Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon.
First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the draw, here's Williams.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up block. People to make tackles, but when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Prescott completes it to Aguilar. That's a room to run now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Just the first quarter tackling is so important going forward. They've got to love plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott.
Finding Williams on the check down.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
11 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal. Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Prescott to throw it. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Williams.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Touchdown, Browns!
Javonte Williams.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Javonte Williams who capped it all off with a touchdown reception. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Good push up front and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play a leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They go play action here on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here,
as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
Again, it's Harris pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And now the Browns coming out on the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
On second down, Williams. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On third down, it's Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A first down throw for Prescott.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw on second and 10. Prescott will set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Raider defense delivers a score. We'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that after a lot of contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years. I'm not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Throwing. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Raiders!
Jalen Waddle,
41 yards!
and the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also seen for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one. as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. On play action, they'll throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll complete this one to Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Looking to throw. And complete once again to Watson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. He's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris, and he is in.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Some quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They go play action here on 1st down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Going right back to Fant.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott.
Cooks on the quick slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12. Now Prescott.
The throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll throw again. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the... Prescott. He's got it complete to Aguilar. to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
That right there, Charles, is your explanation mark. They already have a nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the fourth quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score one, you really take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
Here's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run it here. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Najee Harris
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Kind of the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main captain.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Prescott on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott.
He completes it to Olave.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
One last shot now for Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
The Raiders are moving